Well, here we are after 2 years of trying to get this up and running. I feel like it has just been bottom of the priority list 100%. But this year is all about getting out of my own way. And one of the reasons why it has been bottom of the priority list, if I'm being really honest with you, which is also what this podcast is about, is I just doubt myself. I doubt myself so much and I don't know why. I feel like the last 5 years have been an absolute whirlwind, but I just think that I constantly go back and forth with myself about, not earning my stripes. I don't deserve to be in the position that I'm in because I haven't been in the industry for as long as everybody else, and therefore I should wait my turn, and therefore I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't have the same years of experience as everybody else. And then just towards the end of last year, I'm just starting to think like, why are you being so hard on yourself? You might not have the amount of time in the industry as everybody else, but look at everything that you have achieved within that shorter time frame. And I feel like by being that honest and having that reflection within myself, I was able to realize that I needed to flip the switch on what I was saying. And instead of thinking that I was, not as experienced as everybody else and therefore I need to shut up, I was thinking I am more experienced than people that have been in the industry for longer because of everything that I have achieved. And so I really started to flip that switch, particularly over the Christmas break when I had time to just completely detach from the gym and just really, figure out what I wanted to do this year and where I wanted to take my business, but also myself personally. The last couple of years have been very business heavy, and obviously with that comes a lot of personal development, but I feel like this year is like the year for me to just fucking go for it and once and for all get out of my own way. So this podcast is going to be a mix of solo episodes, a mixture of guest episodes as well. And we're going to have some recurring segments over both versions of episodes as well. We're going to do some pretty funny stuff and just, have fun with it. Like, I feel like there's so many serious mindset podcasts out there and there's some really funny comedian ones as well. So we're going to try and find a middle ground. But the main thing is it's just going to be authentic conversation, either from myself to you guys with different things that have happened in the past, different experiences, or, just shooting the shit, just chatting. And then when I get a guest on, obviously it's going to lead into what their business is about if they're a business owner, but I feel like just giving business owners and people at this level an opportunity to put themselves out there, put themselves on a platform to be heard by people that might not necessarily always hear from them, but also to help them build their confidence as well, because I feel like the more that you do things like this and the more opportunity that you get to do things like this, the more confident that you're going to become in yourself and in your business as well. So I'm excited that we can provide this platform to everybody that is going to be part of it, and also really importantly to myself as well. So I wanted to give a quick little shout out to two people before we get into episode number one. First one is Aaron, who is behind the scenes, and he's going to be doing all the audio, all of the video, all of the production basically of each episode. And he's 100% the wheels that are going to keep this thing turning. And then Ellie, who's done all of our branding and pretty much the setup of the podcast, content, all that kind of thing. She is our virtual assistant and she is amazing. And yeah, she's been a major driving force behind the podcast getting started in January. I started working with her in the first week of January, and I said, one of my goals for this year is to have this podcast up and running once and for fucking all. And it is now the 2nd of February and we are here. So thank you to Aaron, thank you to Ellie, and thank you to you guys for listening as well. I hope that you enjoy this episode and the series of this podcast as well. And if you have any feedback at all, let me know. I am all ears, and just want to make it super fun, super authentic, and also get your guys' involvement as well. So if there's ever any episode ideas or content or topic ideas that you want me to touch on, or if I have a particular guest coming on and you've got questions for them, DM me through Instagram and we will make it happen for sure. So a little bit more about how we got to where we got is that, like I mentioned, a lot of self-doubt in my life, and just from, lack of feeling like I have a lack of experience in the industry. The fitness industry is an incredible industry to be part of. You can, really genuinely change people's lives, which is amazing. And I would never, ever take that for granted. But on the business running side of it, it can be very, very isolating and very lonely at times. I know that there is so many gym owners out there, so many PT studio owners out there, so many coaches out there. However, not everyone shares everything. And I'm not wanting to know, you know, people's financial records of their business and things like that. But I think that there needs to be a lot more collaboration between business owners within this industry so that we don't feel so isolated all of the time. You know, I know that everyone's business is different, and so therefore our member numbers are going to be different, our membership options are going to be different, but just to be able to have that conversation and just have that, you know, back and forth with other business owners in similar situations is so important to, you know, feeling like you're not going through this alone, which you can feel very much from time to time. So internally, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of, you know, having to earn my stripes, but I'm putting my foot down and again, once and for all, backing myself and just, you know, really getting out there and talking about what I want to talk about and what I feel like other business owners in this position and other people could really benefit from. So also forgot that I wanted to do a moment of silence for Israel Adesanya, who lost his UFC fight this morning. We got up super early this morning to watch it, and unfortunately he lost by way of knockout. But I've already seen online, like, this is his fifth UFC career loss out of 30 fights. And everyone online instantly was like, he needs to retire. That's the end. Like, see you later, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, can we give this guy a break? He has proven himself time and time again that he is an absolute warrior, that he is such a high level athlete, has an incredible amount of discipline. He's quite humble in defeat. I follow the fight dietitian, I know Geordie, and he will often reference how fighters that he know handle losses and how humble they can be and how, you know, just real and raw they can be with that. And yeah, I like seeing that because I feel like, you know, these fighters and these athletes are people that we really look up to. But imagine going through a loss like that on such a public stage. It would feel so isolating and so, you know, alone. And on a very different level, I'm not comparing myself to a high-level UFC fighter at all, but on a very different level, that's how I feel about business sometimes. That's how I feel about being in this industry. I feel like it can be really, really isolating, but also you don't have anyone to hide behind when you have a business of your own brand. Like, if I was a Fitstop, if I was an F45, if I owned a Fitness Cartel, like, I would be able to hide behind that brand so much, but I don't. I am my own brand, and that's why it can feel really isolating at times. At the end of the day, I flip the switch and I'm like, I don't want that. I would much rather be in this on my own with my own brand than having to answer to somebody else that owns the franchise. I feel like there's obviously a benefit of going with a franchise, but I would much rather be doing it on my own. To wrap that little segment up in a roundabout way, I feel the same as what a UFC fighter probably feels when they are on their own losing and they don't have anyone to hide behind is where I was going with that. Again, I don't think that I'm at that same level, but that's just, you know, a little analogy there, I guess we would say. You're going to learn over the next few episodes that I talk a lot of shit and I'm an idiot. But anyway, finally February. I feel like January went for fucking 12 months on its own, and I was seeing all these memes online and I'm like, I actually feel like that. I feel like January is not stopping. We launched a promo in January, or for the month of January, for 2 weeks free as opposed to 1 week free, which we usually do. And I knew obviously start of the year, 2 weeks free, it was going to be it was going to go like hotcakes, but I was a little bit underprepared as to how fast it kind of took up. I was kind of expecting there to be a slower entrance into the year because everyone was on holidays, like school's only just gone back last week. So therefore I just assumed that everyone else would be on holiday mode for a lot longer. So we really had to hit the ground running as of like the 3rd or 4th of January when it really went gangbusters. So a great position to be in, but yeah, just kind of caught us a little bit unaware. So at the same time as, you know, marketing and bringing on new clients and making sure that they feel really supported and can feel the full benefit of the Lift HQ community in their first 2 weeks, we're also at the same time as always trying to nurture our current clients, make sure that they're feeling supported, make sure that the gym is still, you know, enticing to them as well. And then also adding a third layer in, running an 8-week challenge, which started only yesterday. So January has felt like it has gone forever, but we are finally here. And after a wild few weeks, I'm feeling very settled, and I feel like we've got an incredible group of clients doing the 8-week challenge with us. I'm doing it alongside them as well. I started 2 weeks ago, as I have next weekend off, but not really off because, as I said to the clients yesterday, there's no wagon that we want to get on and off. It should just be a lifestyle, but I'm not going to be adhering to any sort of plan next weekend as we are going to Sydney for the UFC. So I've given myself a little bit of leeway and started earlier. Also, we implemented lots of new automations and little notifications and stuff within the app that we use. And so I'm 2 weeks ahead so that I can make sure that they are coming out on time so that the clients are, experiencing that seamless process as well. So I'm very excited. An amazing group of people doing the challenge alongside us, but I'm just so pumped and so grateful always to be part of people's journeys, because my entire journey in this fitness industry started from an 8-week challenge, which I will absolutely touch on in future episodes. But my journey in this industry started from an 8-week challenge. So I know how pivotal and how important they can be to people, even if they don't want to get into the industry. Just really having 8 solid weeks to focus on themselves and habits that are going to work for them in their lifestyle can be incredibly life-changing. So it's very, very gratifying to be in a position to be able to give people that opportunity. So pumped to go on that 8-week journey with them. And I also love that we have online clients with that challenge as well, which is another benefit of not having to follow someone else's challenge plan or, mark service offer, whatever. If you are working for another brand, we very quickly implemented 2 challenges ago, having an online version as well. So there's lots of people that have followed me through my PT career and now into the gym career that, live an hour and a half away or have lived here and have now moved and stuff like that. So to give them an opportunity to be part of it as well without physically needing to come to Sandgate to train or to do their accountability check-ins has been an awesome service offer that I'm very, very proud of. So yeah, I am really keen to talk about the differences between, running your own business, the benefits, but also the not so beneficial side of it as well. So it can be really hard, the hardest part is 100% staff and team, and making sure that you have a team that represent you and your brand, because you are your brand. And we've definitely been on a journey with that, but I feel like we're in a really good position at the moment with the girls that we've got on our team. And again, I'll touch on that in future episodes, but I think it's really an interesting topic of conversation, being a solo business owner for your solo brand. So keen to chat about that in the future. But at the end of the day, would much rather be doing it for myself than anyone else, which yes. But yeah, anyway. Episode 1, pretty much done. I just wanted to give a little intro into what you can kind of expect over the next few episodes and give a little intro into me as well. Motto of my life is to fuck around and find out. So we're definitely going to be doing that over the next few episodes with our guests and also solo as well. Again, if you have any topics or ideas or questions or anything like that for anyone that's going to be on this podcast or me or Aaron, let me know via Instagram DM and we will absolutely cover them. I'm very excited and glad that we did this episode today. I was very, very nervous that we recorded about 2 minutes of an episode and then the camera battery went flat. We thought it was charging. It wasn't charging. So this is my second time around, my second rodeo. And I'm glad that we did it because I feel a lot more calm now. I feel a lot more zen and I feel like I want to bang out 3 more episodes. So we will get to that. But step 1, getting out of my own way this year, fucking around and finding out and having fun along the way. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.